So, welcome everyone, and it's very exciting to see the Halloween stuff coming onto the Michaels website. They even have it under Summerween, so that's cool to see them using that name that's entered the mainstream. It's not just the lovers of spooky things all year round that are using it in our little circles. The floral stuff hasn't come in yet, but I just wanted to show this very cool looking like cemetery veiled lady face. It looks like they'll get in. And there's also well, there's a few that are in this picture here that are very cool. There's this raven over on the side, and there it looks like a creepy hand holding something over there. But I thought we would look at one of these Gothic collections today, and I've chosen to look at the Dead Regency Decor collection. I think this one might be my favorite. It's got lots of great Gothic things in it, including these. Now, will the coming soon thing come up over the top? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we will have to be dealing with that. But there are these. Oh, and I've got a little pop-up thing that keeps trying to come up. But we've even gotten in this some dark nautical things, which I was not expecting to see, so that's a really pleasant surprise. I love dark nautical stuff. So we have this awesome, oh, I'm still getting used to trying to show it with the coming soon thing up. But look at this awesome, creepy siren. It's like a really creepy, dark, kind of skeletal. She's got the fangs. There's gills on her shoulder. Like, that is so cool. And then we've got another, this is a tabletop thing, which, why am I having so much difficulty with the cursor? Which I personally wish that you could hang it on the wall as well as another option. Maybe I need to bring that camera down, maybe that would help. So we have on one side, or I mean not one side, but it's one of those pictures where when you look at from different angles, for some reason when I scroll over the coming soon thing, it takes down where I can't see it. So unfortunately I can't give you a full like scroll up to down, which I would like to do. But when you look at it from one angle, it's this mermaid, which still is a bit eerie. It's got like a dark kind of Gothic vibe to it, but it's not fully scary. And then from the other angle, you look at it, it's this super awesome skeletal mermaid. She's like got obviously the skull, but then also like this rib cage. And I really love that. That is so cool. Like I said, I'm a sucker for some dark nautical stuff. So it seems like this collection, my computer is also having a little bit of trouble at loading. It's a bit slow. So unfortunately that will not help me try to speed up. Last time I did an online at Michael's thing, I'm like, why is this taking so long to edit? Oh, because it's like a feature-length film. I think it literally turned out to be over 2 hours long. It was like around 2 hours long. It was over an hour. It was insane. So I definitely want to try to speed this up, but it's not helping that the computer is a bit slow, and like I'm having like random little pop-up things and stuff. So sorry about that, but try to speed this along. It seems like this collection, I really love this like Gothic window stained glass this collection has got like a bit of everything. It's got some Gothic things, it's got some Victorian-esque sort of things, it's got quite a few like Fairytale looking things. What else did I see? And this is a thing you hang on the wall. I personally really love this. This will be difficult to show because of the way that the coming soon thing is, unfortunately. Oops. I need to bring the camera over. It's this horse and carriage. I personally wish it looked a little bit more like a hearse. It doesn't look exactly like a hearse, I don't think. I'm not an expert in like carriages, but it's this old-timey sort of 1800s, it's called ghostly carriage wall decor. Looks like it's a bit textured. And then we have a few things that are a bit more of like just kind of a dark aesthetic, like this lamp. There's just the dark colors like that. A little bit Victorian looking, perhaps. And then like this pedestal that like you put a candle or whatever on. Seems like there's a lot of black and purple. This has got like a lace background on it. With these long ones, and like, how do I position the camera? But it's like this very 1800s looking, it almost is like an old like saloon sign looking font, and then it's got the purple and black, the black lace over a purple background. And this is a personal favorite of mine, this light up castle picture. And it's got the little bulbs in it so it lights up. Then we got this item. It kind of looks like it's got a mirror in the back here, and then it's a shelf that's enclosed, and then it's got like some sort of metal detailing around the sides that see through. And then I'm assuming that this is a clear glass front that it's got. We've got some various different haunted, there's the haunted castle we looked at, and the shelf, but we've got some different haunted house sort of pictures that go up on the wall. Here's a very like Victorian funeral home looking urn, I think. I'm really struggling to figure out how to show this. I wish the coming soon thing didn't come up over the top. But it's this black and like really dark purple, and it's got the silvery spider web ribbon down there. It's like this nice, like dark, decaying looking flower arrangement. And there's this, it says Victorian man bust. I think this looks more like ancient Greek. But this skeletal, again, like creepy, decaying sort of bust that looks like it would be like in an old library or like even like a garden or something. Yeah, like that definitely, like the hair is definitely like ancient Greek. And there's this cool sort of fountain looking thing that looks like it would be like, I think it's, you can put fake flowers in the sort of fountain part. I think that's like what it's meant to be. But there was one kind of like this last year that was like a really stark white, so this is nice that it's like a darker color palette one. So this little stained glass vat. A nice damask pillow with the black and purple again. Already disturbed, please come in. There's some dark purple roses around the outside. That's just to put on the tabletop. And here's another thing I really liked. This 16-inch Happy Hauntings tabletop decor. Again, I wish that this was something that you could put on the wall. I'm really struggling with showing these. Start at the other end. It's like got a spider up in the corner. It's got the creepy carriage again. It says Happy Hauntings, and it's this misty, dark, looks kind of purpley forest. Here is a little small shelf cabinet thing. It's got some sort of detailed designs, it looks like, on the front. Then it opens up. You could put a little something or other in there. Looks like it's got one small shelf, so I'm not sure what exactly you would put in there, but you could put something. Something that has a very small base and is very tall. Here's the assorted Gothic wall decor, and it's in these nice Gothic frames. We've got a raven, if I can show it. A raven sitting on some books. And we've got these dark, sort of dried out flowers. And this is very cool. A Jekyll and Hyde bust. It's the half and half Jekyll and Hyde. Oops, the stitching down the middle of the face. There's the historical site. Haunted house. Since 1793, touch nothing and nothing will touch you. Here is the lady counterpart to the ancient Greek sort of looking guy statue that's like the creepy, rotted looking, which I think is quite cool. Like if you're doing like an ancient Greek sort of thing or something, then you can have the creepy statues, like how there's all the different statues in like the ancient Greek architecture. Here's this cool 12-inch ghostly veiled figure wall art, and it's like even the paintings up on the wall in the picture have like, oops, even the pictures up on the wall have like the one up in the corner where it's got like a ghostly sort of blurred out face. You can like see the chair through the robes the ghost has. Very cool. This Edgar Allan Poe bust that's half a skeleton. He's got his raven. I personally really like these signs that they almost look like those Victorian, like that you'd put on a casket where it would say like rest in peace or something. The little metal plaques, I guess you'd just say. But it's the different genres of novels, I guess you'd say. But of course I like the horror one. And then we have this mask that, oh, it's tabletop decor. I assumed you'd put that up on the wall. Like the gold mask, the unfed mind devours itself. This cool mirror, which I don't know how good the actual mirror of it would be. That's always, you don't know with mirrors when you're just seeing them, not in person. And then this candelabra. Oh, actually, let's take a closer look at that, because the candelabra has skulls on it. Yeah, look at that. And like a damask wallpaper. Why can't I come up with the word wallpaper? That's quite cool. I like the little details up in the corners of the frame. By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. William Shakespeare. I like the font. And here we've got this Victorian lady reading with nice little details up in the corners on the frame, it looks like. And these ghostly dancers with the big chandelier. And then this dark skull and flowers over on the end. Here is another, let's see, what size? 15.75 inches. Dancing ghosts in the ballroom painting. And here's another one of those changing portraits. So for one way that you look at it, it's Edgar Allan Poe, and the other way it's also Edgar Allan Poe, but a skeleton. And there's also this painting of the skull with a drink in like an old house, and this little raven, little close raven with a skull and a rose, I think. It's sitting on books that say Book of Shadows and Potions. Now here are some items that I think really give the Victorian funeral vibes. So we've got this carriage that I like to think is a hearse carriage, but I'm not sure if it... Oh, it's actually... No, it's not, because it's got seats in here. But maybe that's the guy from Nosferatu on his way to go secure the deal at Nosferatu's castle. Maybe this is his carriage. But it's got some nice ornate details on it. It's got these skulls up there. It looks like it's like gold and purple are the colors. I'm sorry about how like janky this is working out. I really wish this was a lot smoother to be able to show these things. Then we've got this morning Victorian vibe lady here. I'm not entirely sure why she's got a little pineapple top here, but I like the otherwise like black with the lacy. It looks very much like the morning attire, like the black veil kind of vibes. Oh, I think... Oh, the front of the veil doesn't go... The actual lace doesn't go over her face. The lace is like going around there. And then on the front is part of the molded statue. So I'm still trying to figure out... It was an interesting design choice to have the fluff on the top of her head. I'm not entirely sure. Let me know what your take on that is, if you like that or not. I like the tattered ends on there. Yeah, I just personally don't get what the little fluff on the top is. I think it makes it look a little bit too like arts and crafts or something for me personally. I think it looks a little bit less like a creepy cemetery funeral home statue thing. And then we've got this very nice little... It's like kind of an urn looking thing here. That apparently it's a box that does open. And we've got this gold brushed Gothic looking mirror. I don't think this clock has any creepy details on it. I think it's just an old looking bronze clock. Here's another thing that I personally really like. I like these like Victorian Gothic horror novel character things that they've come out with. So it's on one side, it's... Oh, I have to move the camera over a bit. On one side, is it Dr. Jekyll? Is the not monster version of the guy. And then when you look at it from a different angle, then it's Mr. Hyde. I really like the monster face design. Sort of like this Victorian sketch looking style. And it's a tabletop piece. And this is kind of interesting. It's these like boxes with dried flowers in them, 3D. Obviously you could make something like that yourself if you wanted. I just haven't seen something like this before, so I thought it was kind of interesting. Oh yeah, it's apparently full price. It's $30 for one, so you could probably... I've never tried to DIY something like that, but I'm pretty sure you could do something that had a similar effect for much cheaper. But these have a very coherent, rustic sort of look to them, so that's nice. And then there's these skull pieces of art here. It's the skull with the books, and it's purple and got a butterfly. And another skull with a book with a butterfly. There are some items that are a bit more, like specifically Fairytale stuff, so I think I might end up actually... because I'm worried about this video being too long again. So I am thinking of making a video that's just like the Fairytale type stuff. So some of this I'm not sure exactly. Like maybe I should have put this in that video. Like that siren I definitely should have put in that other video. But I really love this. Again, I have no idea what quality the mirror actually would be. But this great Gothic cathedral castle architecture here. I always love the look of that. Got a good like Regal creepy quality to it. So that's really cool to see that they're doing something with that. Then we've got, I thought this was an interesting idea. I haven't seen something like this. Again, you could DIY this, but just as a concept, it's interesting. Where it's the roses. Oh, there's more than one rose. The coming soon was blocking one. With the spider webs coming down over them. And then there's a little spider in there. Here we have a Frankenstein's monster. Almost kind of has the vibe that they're going for, like the face almost kind of reminds me of a wood carving. And we've got this very Victorian looking skeleton lady bust. I like the rib cage. She's got her fancy outfit on. Some local details. We have a teacup and saucer set. The teacups with their saucers are sold separately. I think it's interesting that they're doing saucers this year, because I got a teacup that was a black one with a bat inside, and then one that said like you've been poisoned on the inside, and they didn't come with saucers, but these are like the Victorian. I really like the designs on these with how fancy and Victorian looking they are, with the little skeleton people. So if that's your vibe and your colors, then definitely that's very cool. And then they've also got this teapot to go along with it. Then we've got a random sort of like 1700s looking portrait of a guy here. And then I'll zoom out a little bit. And then that's when you look at it from one angle, and then when you look at it from the other angle, then he turns into like this sort of zombie. Here we have an Edgar Allan Poe quote. "There is no exquisite beauty without some strangeness." And it's the little skeleton holding up a sheet with the writing on it. And then on the back it's the skeleton kneeling on like a sort of a piece of granite or something. So this would work well with really any sort of theme or aesthetic, I think. Then we have these, again, sort of writing, like novelist themed things. Oh, and it's got a spider web up in the corner. "Fiction is the truth inside the lie. Never trust the storyteller, only trust the story." I like the little inkwell down there. This is interesting. It's called a jewelry organizer. I've never actually seen something like this, so I don't know what it is, but I guess it's a jewelry organizer. And it's this sort of like fake leather looking black and purple damask zipper open container pouch thing, box, I don't know what to call it, that you can put, I guess, jewelry in. Again, I've never seen something like that before, so I don't know. But, oh, it's very little, 4 inches. So maybe that's like for rings. Then we've got this nice black Sphinx cat. I think that there was a white Sphinx cat that came out last year. So here's a nice black cat for anyone who likes a black cat. It's got its little tail. Here's another box item. This floral fancy skeleton in the gold frame, and it opens up, and it's this coffin shaped box you could put something in. See the size, 15 inches. It's got the shiny gold on it. Here we've got a little bat stained glass. I think we already saw one, but I'm not sure if this is a different one or not. We've got this nice candelabra. I think there was a white one of these that came out last year, so this is nice that there's a black one. And it's these skulls, very ornately sculpted, and then this skull down here has a snake that's winding around it. And it's got a nice bottom base part to it. It has ornate detailing. And we have these masquerade skeletons. I think these are quite nice. Here's the lady one. Here are some more. Oh, I thought that they were pictures, but assorted 8 by 5 inch ethereal Halloween glass tray. So I guess this is a little like trinket dish. It's like green and gold. I think these are really cool. I specifically like this ghost one here. There's the dancing ghosts, and it's like a nice sort of like arsenic green, absinthe green. And then, is that like a candelabra? Oh, I think it might be like a, is it like an, I think it's like we're seeing a chandelier upside down. Is it supposed to be we're seeing it from this angle? All the pictures are we're seeing it from this angle. So maybe it's supposed to be like, because it looks like there's like a background thing that's right side up. I was wondering if they just had it like accidentally upside down in the photo, so I'm not sure about that. We have the 13-inch Edgar Allan Poe accent pillow. Oh, that's funny. It looks like, oh, and it opens up. Holy cow. The complete tales and poems of Edgar Allan Poe. I love the raven there. That's really cool. There it is from the side. Looks like a book. And you can actually open it up. That's hilarious. Look at that. That is so cool. It's even got a little detail on the back. Oh, and it's got the writing on the side like books do. 8-inch Edgar Allan Poe book tabletop decor. Oh, so this is one of those book boxes. That looks cool. And there's this 7-inch glass coffin box tabletop decor, where it's got this like smoky glass in it. I thought this was interesting how it sits like that, where it's got the little feet on the bottom. Here's a black candle holder. Here's this home sweet haunted home sign, if I can show it. It's got these black and purple rose pictures on the side, and the rose detailing up at the top. I like the shape of it, where it has like this sort of spikes on the outside going up like that. It adds a nice sort of like cemetery gate type of vibe. And I thought I'd show a close-up of this Edgar Allan Poe in the bathtub because it's got a lot of details here. He's holding the skull. There's the little tray with the books. There's, oh, I'm not showing it very well. There's the raven. And they also have this Frankenstein and the bride in the bathtub as well. We have a countdown to Halloween. Oh, and then I guess you move the little skull to be like over what day it is. Here is the sort of 1700s looking woman that goes with the portrait of the guy. So it's one way you look at it, it's normal lady, and then another way you look at it, she's this old zombie. This collection has like a mix of like 1800s, 1700s. I really like this, the dancing skeletons. It almost kind of, the venue they're in kind of reminds me of like Phantom of the Opera. But I guess it's just a ballroom. It's got this sort of texture on it that makes it kind of look like it's painted. Here's another cool floral. Oh, it's got like little pumpkins in it. I like this sort of, the color of it, where it's like the old, like, dead flowers that have been out in the cemetery kind of vibe to it. Got these little like white pumpkins have black lace over them. That's quite cool. Here's the spooky soiree black tabletop block tabletop sign. Wish I could show this better. Oh, the letters actually stick out. Got this little chair that's got like little bat wings, kind of, as the design on the outside. Got spells, magic, and potions as the books in it. Quite like this pumpkin, the designs on it. I think if you had it like brushed maybe in a bit of metal, of course I do silver, so I'd say like repaint the stem and do silver, but gold, whatever. I think it almost could have a little bit of like that sort of gothic vibe to it. Or even like if you brush it over with a little bit of green, it's kind of got a like a plant. I think it has leaves on it, so you could also get like a sort of woodlands look to it. And here's this other one that's a different sort of shape. I think this one has flowers as the design. I think the design on this one's a little different. And we've got this black glass container. They weren't black, they were clear, but it kind of, the design of it kind of reminds me of some things that my grandmother had. So it's got that sort of antique type of look to it. We've got some various almost a little bit like summery farmhouse vibe. Signs, I think, at least, for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. Keep out. And this blue almost could be a bit ghostly. But it also... private. Oh, private. The... like, just this sort of pastel colors that they've got kind of... and this one, turn back. Kind of remind me of, like, spring farm vibes. Oh, did they light up? I think they... Isn't that the one we just saw and it looked completely different? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, they must light up. They don't say that they light up. Here's Mirror Skeleton Tabletop Faux Glass Book. I'm not sure if these actually open. But I like the designs there. Got this skeleton Victorian gentleman. Again with the purple and gold. I'm gonna have to get a drink, my throat's getting dry. Just gonna sound scratchier and scratchier as this goes. A lounging reading lady. Quite glamorous. This is a glass pumpkin. And then a masquerade skull. I'm not entirely sure why this lamp has such a modern looking top on it. I think that was kind of an odd choice. Like, it seems like it should have a more like one of those old chandelier sort of bell shapes to it. But anyway, the idea is cool. I don't know how easy it is to replace, you might be able to just replace the top of that. Quite like this haunted ballroom sign. Then this white heart vase. It being white, it almost kind of gives egg vibes. But this heart with the purple flowers statue in there. Here's the haunted ballroom sign. I like the spider webs and like the old hand. It looks like the letters stick out. Yeah, all the designs looks like stick out. There's another masquerade item. The skeleton bride on the fancy couch with her mask. Another really cool couch. So this looks like this might be a silver item. I can't tell if it's silver or gold. Here's a guy skeleton reading. I like these bows that, let's see, can we see them? That have the little, like, Gothic detail with the skull in the middle. And that's really cool. Oh, there's a good close-up of that. It's got, like, this metal bit in there. And the little fancy bits and like the golden lace on it. Very fancy. And there's the back. And I thought this is quite cool. I'm sure someone who knows how to play these instruments would be like, oh, that's not technically correct. But I don't know any better. It's a skeleton orchestra, that's quite cool. Actually, I think I do know that that's not how you hold a bow for a cello. Shh, quiet. I mean, they've come back from the dead, let's not be too harsh on them. They're doing their best. Yeah, dancing couple. It's quite cool. And here are more fancy house and fancy lady. And then there's this item that's kind of like a random scrolly decoration on a stick. We've got the raven popping out of the Edgar Allan Poe book. I personally don't get the toilet thing, but if for some reason you want Mr. Hyde on the toilet reading the daily news, we've got that. Also got this book stack that, oh, it's actually a box that is the skull sitting on a stack of books with a little candle and some sort of crystals. This, to me, it gives very much like Disney Haunted Mansion kind of vibes. Really like that font. Thought I'd just give a close-up of the book box thing so you can see the jewels on it. Here we have a 12.5-inch skeleton. This is Victorian ladies tabletop bust, but I think that looks more like 1700s. And she's got one of those old necklaces. It's like the cameo necklace. Look at her nice fluffy hair. And then we've got the guy that goes with her. We've got these little block illustrations that I guess, oh yeah, you just put it up on the table or somewhere. These dried roses. And this is quite cool. This masquerade, all like dark red and purple and blue, with the skull and this fancy mask. Oh, there's some candles in the background. Oh, so this is like another small little thing that you just set on the table or somewhere. Here we have a little typewriter that's typing out the raven. It's got a little blood splatter on it. I like that creepy detail. And here's another like masquerade sort of item. Oh, the dryer just started if you hear something. But it's the Lord and Lady, if we can see her. There we go. It's got like these nice designs on it. And here are some lace net tabletop fabric pumpkins. Just, I think that's just black with white. The lace might have some purple in it, I can't tell. And then some purple and gold ones. But then in this picture, in the back, there's this sign up here that's welcome with the vampire teeth. So I'm wondering, like, is that gonna be a thing that comes out at some point? 'Cause that looks really cool. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. Here is the 9-inch quill pen tabletop decor. Carter's black letter liquid drawing ink. And here we've got this dress candle. It's like a Gothic fancy princess going to the ball dress. Somehow I didn't come across this, so this is where it's describing the collections. Dead Regency Decor Collection. This Regency-inspired decor collection features antique-style glassware, ornate tabletop decor, haunting wall art, and more. So anyway, that was the Dead Regency collection. That was not... There are some items that are, like, specifically very Fairytale, and it's like I'm really worried about this video being real long, so I'm just gonna do that in a separate video. So this was more the stuff that was like the haunted mansion, ballroom, Victorian writer, or like I ended up putting like the Gothic cathedral type of stuff in there before I decided to split the videos up. I might have put that more in the Fairytale section, but anyway, so that was those items. So, hope you enjoyed seeing this. I'll be excited to see the stuff in store. And anyway, until next time, stay spooky.